forgot to actually start my game. Should probably do that. No, that's Star Control. Major Tong. There we go. There we go. Much better. Everything's where it should be now. All right, how's everyone doing tonight? I'm trying to remember, how long has it been since we played this? It hasn't been too long, I think, but oh, we didn't bother putting in any notes at the last ones. All right. Yeah. How have you been, Fizz? First in as usual. Did you check out CitizenCon this weekend? Get yourself up to date on the...
I did not.
You did not? Oh, man. Are you like hiding from it, or...
I forgot it was happening.
Forgot it was happening? I mean, that's fair. I would have probably missed it too if it didn't come up in notifications for stuff. So, and then yeah, it basically burned up my entire weekend. It's a lot of good stuff, though. I think you'll be pleased, being a Pioneer owner. You should definitely check it out, particularly the day 2 stuff. The day 1 stuff, what did they talk about in day 1? The day 2 stuff almost like eclipsed everything that they were doing in day 1 anyway. Because day 1 was, oh yeah, it's their usual Star Engine updates. Ooh, look how pretty things are, and look at the pretty lighting, and look at the pretty clouds and stuff. Which, I mean, admittedly, it's a pretty game, but in terms of gameplay, and I think what folks in our crowd have been looking forward to, and from what I recall of what you were looking forward to, I think there's definitely some good stuff coming up. In terms of the roadmap for that. Now, still going to be like most of the year off, although it sounds like the first iterations of base building should be showing up relatively quickly. And by relatively quickly,
Nice.
It sounds like before the next CitizenCon. Or at the very least will be in final polish. The server meshing is all good to go ish. So I guess that's going to be happening when 4.0 drops by the end of the year, or during IAE or something like that. So anyway, you might want to take a look, or at least catch the summary bits. Like I said, I think as somebody who has a Pioneer, I think you'll be pleased. We can talk about it later once you're up to speed on it. It actually has me thinking that I better update Star Citizen, maybe get in there before Halloween. it is Deavara time, so run around and find a few helmets or something. I'm still not quite sure. I have to check out the master modes portion, so I'm not sure how that works necessarily. I haven't been in there since they introduced master modes, and so don't know whether or not I'm gonna like it. I usually, when they do changes like that, I usually give them like at least a patch to figure out whether or not they're actually gonna stick with it before necessarily getting into it. But
Sienna said, hello.
Hey Sienna, how are you doing? We were just discussing CitizenCon and the stuff for Star Citizen and the changes and whatnot. And I was thinking I should get back in there sometime, probably before the IIE, since there's still the Halloween stuff going on. I don't have my
Fizz said,
collection
hey Sienna.
of helmets completed from last year. I only had about half of them.
Sienna said, just called it a day so, tired. And nice. I haven't followed anything but heard lots of good things so far if I'm not mistaken.
There's definitely... I think it was one of the better ones so far in terms of sort of fleshing out the details rather than it just, ooh, there's going to be base building. This actually had some actual details and some sort of
Hey, Fizz.
follow through on how the systems are going to work. I think I'm going to like it a hell of a lot better than, say, Starfield, maybe. Although it will.
I heard they
ultimately...
mentioned Squadron 42, 1.0 release.
Well,
Fizz said, LUL.
so both. So Squadron
2026.
42, yeah, is they're aiming for 2020 or 2026. So, because they announced feature complete last year, and then they're basically polishing, debugging, and everything like that. So, I mean, these things take a while, and I mean, it's not a trivial game for sure. And I'm not sure, things like the flight model and whatnot are going to still end up sort of in sync with Star Citizen. So until they're really confident that they can lock that down for both games, I'm not sure they're necessarily going to want to release either one of them. The other thing they did is they talked about the 1.0 release for Star Citizen of what their benchmark would be for that, of what things have to be in place for them to call it a release game and call it 1.0 and go forward from that. And it's a set of features that, again, probably still a couple years away, but we've seen the progress on things so far. Like, any of the naysayers and whatnot, it's like, dude, when you compare to where this thing was in 2015 when they first released, or even 2017 when I bought in, like, it's a night and day difference, right? So let's see. Let's get rid of that. Anyway, it's worth taking a look into. I think definitely has me sort of re-looking at when I want to get back in there. Like I said, I usually give them at least a patch to sort of figure out if they're going to retcon a flight model change. So I wasn't, master modes has to last at least 2 patches before
I
I'm
paid too
gonna
much
worry
into the game not to get back into it.
Well, I was kind of thinking that, Fizz, considering some of the hardware you have in there. So, But yeah, like they had a lot of information about one of your favorite toys to be. So anyway, I should
Do you
probably
even
actually
know all
play
the
this
ships
game.
I have?
Actually, I don't, Fizz.
What one?
But I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you had. You were the guy with the Pioneer, weren't you?
I was not.
Oh, the Pioneer wasn't yours? Was that Squid's? Okay. Then I might have to take that back.
I think so.
Okay, well then Squid is going to be very happy with me.
Sienna said, I have a Galaxy and a Starliner LOL.
Yeah, they didn't say
If
anything.
anyone is interested, Lolo.
They didn't say anything about the Galaxy or the Starliner, for that matter. I don't think they came up at all. And I was actually kind of wondering because they did announce a
I know.
vehicle.
I know sadness.
For the
Might never come LOL.
it'll come. It's fine. They announced a starship to do base building for the tier below Pioneer for the large buildings. So it's part of the new Starlancer series. They haven't put it out for pledge yet, but they did announce the ship.
Oh, interesting. Is it already in concept?
It was only lightly discussed, but it's not for sale. It's not in concept. Other than they've mentioned that it will be coming. So it was kind of like, you remember how the Cuddy series they released the original and then the Scout and then the Rambler. We knew kind of the Rambler was coming around, but it took a while before they even put it up for sale, right? And so it's kind of that thing. They put 2 Star Lancers up for sale, the Max and the TAC. So basically your C2 A2 parallels, and the build or BLD is, they announced it at SitCon, but it's still pending, right? So they haven't actually put it up on the site to pledge on it yet.
I remember that.
Yeah. So what I'm curious about is, because when they were discussing this last year about base building, they had a wheeled vehicle for the medium ships that, a medium.
I'm still waiting on Fizz to offer me the Javi LOL.
The Javi. I mean, he might let you take it for a spin if you're good enough to him. Actually, that was another thing they discussed was org permissions and
Fizz
stuff.
said, Daffik you on about.
But yeah, when they mentioned base building
Sienna
last year,
said,
they had
just wanted your attention.
the ship, or they had the mediums being built by like a medium vehicle, looked like a Centurion or whatnot. It looks like the vehicle's going to be a lot smaller. And then the RSI Galaxy was supposed to be your large builder, and they were talking about maybe a construction module for it. So I don't know if that is still the idea, or if they've decided that this MISC BLD is going to be the builder for it, and the Galaxy is going to be just as advertised without any build modules. So I don't know. It was one of the first questions that came up for me. It's like, well, what about the Galaxy's building? And hopefully they have, like so many of the other ships, that they'll have more than one option for each size class of base, other than, of course, the extra large with the Pioneer. So, but yeah, for they did mention something about the tactical globe
Yeah,
for running
I was
capital
planning on
ships and
grabbing the
fleets.
mining module for Galaxy this November and maybe the E1.
Did they say the Galaxy was getting a mining module? I know it's supposed to have a refinery module, but I don't remember them ever mentioning a miner. Anyway, I'm supposed to be playing Unknown Space. I'm trying to remember, and I guess we'll find out where we're at here. Probably out near the base, I'm guessing.
Tiz said, haha, gonna have to swap that category.
Sienna said, "You are right. Refinery, my bad."
Yeah, and I don't know if there's going to be... I mean, as with anything, it's always in flux. So, oh look, main audience hall in the recognition of my promotion. How nice. I was about to leave, and here I was gonna end up missing the ceremony. All right, research points 45, so not a lot there. Apparently I don't have any heat issues. Did I get any missile launchers yet? I did not. 12 uranium. So I got lots of titanium, but I need a whole bunch more uranium. All right, front deflectors. Oh, great. All right. SC Max, new ship. Okay, ethylene. Alright, nothing we need to analyze here. Our crew is all happy and healthy and... Oh, do we have... Yeah, we got Lance. We got Larkspur. We got Fizz. Do we need to get a red shirt for you, Sienna? Fires only guns with a hostile target in range. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so the Codex takes us to another galaxy. Collect the data bank from planet and devote space. Is that the devote space then? Oh, that's necessary drop in a ring world. Alright, where were we supposed to be going with this? Um... There we go. Well, let's see here. Derelicts, Athenia, devote hostiles, okay. Did we actually... No, they don't actually look like they've been explored yet. Let's go here. See what we can find in this general direction. Need like 2 neutronium or netherium or nit or something or whatever's. And 12 uranium. We got a flinger over here, that's good. Let's see what they got here. More titanium, more platinum. 2 flingers from a series. Perhaps whoever smashed them wanted to discourage movement, but only in one direction. Alright, well. Plant mantle has very low viscosity as the upper layers as a result of our surface is highly unstable. Plus 20 research. Alright, cool. Well, let's we're gonna head for the flinger first. Since we're right here. what do we have here? Investigate the derelict. Rear half deep space survey vessel severed from its bridge by heavy weapons damage. Main computer sensor array mostly intact. Logs are missing. Apparently, gravity waves are studying the characteristics. Hypothesized collapsed star. Collapsed star, a collapsed neutron star turned into exotic. Never encountered one in our own universe. They are assumed to be impossible. Plus 50 research. Nice. Logs are missing, apparently Justin, along with the ship's locator beacon, but the sensor array has some interesting data, presumably from whatever they were studying when they were attacked. An incredibly dense object with a unique energy signature. Alright. Well, if that's the case... let's go check out the centers of the other asteroid field. Let's see if there's more pieces of this derelict around. That is the same derelict, right? Alright, let's fling. Oh, oh, they did say something about making this one way, didn't they? Well, that's obnoxious, isn't it? Alright, well. So they took the flinger from this side and they crashed it on the planet over here. Previously discovered planets. Further investigation possibilities on the nav maps. Toggle highlight. Investigated possibilities on the map. Kind of cool. G does like this auto targeting thing. That's kind of nice. Monitoring station. First inspection, this is an antiquated communication relay that probably was recently pulled in the sector's gravity well. But Fizz 21 notices power emission levels are above what the decaying reactor should be producing. Further sealed sensors monitoring tau neutrinos emissions, the overall background radiation using method more sophisticated
Fizz
than our own
said,
detectors.
I didn't notice anything.
I'm sure.
I was paid not to notice.
Something plus 35 points. Okay. You are paid not to not notice? I mean, you apparently noticed something enough for us to stop. Someone has modified it fairly recently to the covert monitoring equipment powered by hidden batteries after tearing out the old relay network, and some Kepler spy some hidden transmitters and data logs. Another flinger. If it's pointed back, then it might also be one way again. Well, let's go see what these things say. Oh. 60 hauler. This development has a direction points to outside intervention. Wouldn't be surprised if some external power was discouraging this planet from talking to strangers. Might explain why all the gateways have been ripped out, at least the inbound ones. This planet was roughly on par with where Starcom space was perhaps a century ago, judging from the scans of architecture and environment. The entire planet fell into deep decay several centuries ago, sort of modernized Dark Ages. The century bounded and is now rapidly industrializing. Normally this sort of world is eager for extraplanetary exchange, but the team's overtures are rebuffed. Alright, well. Fine. We won't talk to you then. Oh. Did you guys already go next door? Century-old wreck lies smashed in the rocky desert floor, clean hole lasered through its side. Most valuable resources have been roughly stripped, but the ship's titanium backbone joist is largely intact. Ensign Cygnus Lee, tactical insight, looks like a rush smash and grab. Weapons crippled, none of board took the valuable resources and launched it towards this planet. Probably hoped it would break up on entry and erase the evidence. 19 titanium. Okay. Ooh, crew gained 1 XP. How nice. Okay. Ethyrene, we need what? At least 2 of them. Bunch more uranium still. Who do we have here? At least. Well, let's go see what they were guarding. Despite the unfriendly welcome above the planet, the survey team permitted to land without incident atop a peripheral government building. The land's ranges a direct link between violent quarry and the local minister who explains the situation. The planet survived the collapse of the fallen empire with minimal economic damage. Their proximity to a devout stronghold discouraged other factions from trying to seize the world. But the devout have exerted their influence and economic power on the planet's populace to encourage conversion. Already a local mission of devout has won several prominent political positions. Is this sounding a little bit like XCOM 2 to you? The future is already played out in other nearby worlds. With a few years, the devout will have complete control and previously tolerated beliefs will be deemed heretical. Even speaking with the team is a significant risk. I think we need to make friends with these. Mr. pauses for an uncomfortably long time before glancing downwards and announcing that diplomatic protocol requires presenting gifts to a new alien first contacts. No violent query must depart from orbit immediately. The new culture insight from Lance. The minister's tone changed at a certain point when the universal translator displayed a new signal. I think someone else started listening in. New mission added to log. Ooh, Amber Skull. Fabricated recently from low quality plastic. It has coordinates on the surface of a nearby planet. Okay. We've been surreptitiously, yes, there we go, given an amber skull with the coordinates. Okay, so that's what that is about. So then we have to go back there. Devote mission. All right. For this, we can come back. Let's go. Is that where we are? Oh, that is where we are. Okay. No, no, no. There. Maybe we'll talk to these guys on the way by. Oh. Or not. Ooh, who are these guys? Time to renew your protection subscription. Yeah, okay. Fine. All right. Intermission. We'll be right back. Okay. And back again. I think this had already been a planet that we decided didn't have any anomalies. Or maybe it's a brand new planet now that... Oh, no, it's unscanned, so... Just rocky planet came out of nowhere. Single stone structure with no energy emissions barely registered on the scanners, even with the known coordinates. Within the dwelling, the team finds a lone hermit, his face tattooed and scarred with icons of devout iconography. I am Nil of Amon. Why do you disturb my meditation? This guy sounds like Ben Kingsley's character from, was it Ender's Game? Show Nil the Amber Skull. Nil examines the skull intently for several minutes, then studies the team. A trusted friend was instructed to find a ship that could deliver me to devout space. Markings on the skull tell me that she did not know you, but believe you share our enmity of the devout. You can deliver me deep within their territory. I can offer you valuable technical data on their weapons. Oh, hell yes. What kind of technical data? Confess to not have the technical data yet, but have been given high-level access codes to the defense system on the planet where their research facilities are located. Besides allowing us to land, I'll be able to transfer whatever is in their system. And you have devout markings on your face. Why? Loathe what the devout have done to those I love. I am prepared to make great sacrifices to exact revenge. Scarring my visage does not even merit mention. There are others who sacrifice much more for a chance to betray the devout. Nil must be part of a larger resistance group that have either formed within or infiltrated the devout. Well, that sounds like a great idea. Let's do it. Although we might not do it right now. Land on their research planet. Well, maybe this will allow us to dock with them after all. Oh dear. Oh, cool. We got, what's this mega here? Yes, I'm stealing all your loot, dude. Alright, let's see how we do over here. I think this was before we split up last time, so. Where's the... Okay, we, okay. Nope, we need to... Here's our battle stations thing. Oh, we picked the wrong fight to get into, I think. Oops. Yep. Okay. Got the passenger. We should not be going in to fight that particular battle quite yet. Ouch, ouch, ouch. He's whiskey nice. Be a little bit nicer. Oh, I remember what I was going to do with this. I was supposed to do up some spreadsheets to figure out what where the best deals in the verse were. Figure out who I could trade with that Great Nth, 7th, Red Out, Swan, leave it. Figured out how to use 7 variables to measure galactic scale. I'm waiting for a chance to bring that up. Okay. You had to do that while we were busy. Alright. Reactor experienced an inversion chain cascade. Batteries are insufficient only for life support. Can you assist? Sure. Yes. Replace the Chairite core or try an alternate core configuration of some of our copper. First is easier and safer. Well, we don't have the stuff, so I guess we'll have to try the tan copper. Alright, Fizz. Minus 15 modifier. You can do it. Nothing. Try another with more resources. Let's try again. Roll higher. Nope. Come on. How many
That's a lot of eyes.
Yeah, there's a lot of eyes, and we're now at 40 copper in. Like, you should be rolling higher. Roll higher. That's... Oh, okay. What the hell? That seemed to readings are a bit shaky, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Thank you for your assistance, my St. Copper. That was a minus 12. Like, these guys are gonna die. They're gonna leave and blow up.
LOL.
I feel pretty awful about that. Must have made some assumption about their power configurations that didn't hold up. Dude, you used up 50 copper. Jesus. Heard that from one of her lab assistants that she's really warm and friendly and great. Instant martini out. Alright. Well, fortunately, they will never tell the other CTXA what we did to them. Is it just the star? We came all the way out here for one star. Oh, no, there's a planet too. Clear from this distance, no saphid, some kind of mega structure, including the stars outside. Appears to be influencing the star's fusion somehow, plus 75 research. Gargantuan megastructure develops the war star with a mass slightly higher than Jupiter's, no visible access points. Leave it alone for now. Sure. Maybe I'm seeing what I want to see, but the projection appears that some design attributes within the stabilizer Starcom used to keep the wormhole open. Okay, let's oh. Yeah, back here. Investigate. Oh. Never mind. We'll come back, I guess. I thought there was more than 2 planets, though. Alright, hundreds of perhaps even thousands of years ago, this planet was host to a thriving civilization, perhaps not too much behind our own. Sudden change in climate, blah blah climate, blah blah blah. Now buried under kilometers of glaciers. Yeah, it's weird how that works. But a few elevated settlements offer resources they no longer have need for. Yeah, 3 miles of ice where I grew up. Alright. From Ensign 2485. Lance. Found a few texts in the ruins that indicate the cataclysm didn't take them by surprise. They were forewarned that their sun would darken. It's unclear if they couldn't prepare or chose not to. Maybe they just pieced out. 2 plants. Ooh, what's that? Network of 1,200-meter structures punctuate the surface of the planet. Ensign 21, hey Fizz, believes that they may be transferring energy by warp induction to the station we observe above the planet. Might be possible to trick one of the towers to tell them to shut down, but they may have countermeasures. Shut down the network at -20. Yeah, let's just return to the ship for now. Remember the space station protected by a remarkably advanced energy shield. Well, it doesn't quite look like the Death Star, so, you know, it's obviously not a fully operational battle station, but... Oh, we got an emissary. Oh, you ran away, didn't you? Fine, be that way. Alright, let's go check out this other gateway. Planet was devastated by war in the past few hundred years. Judging from the age of the ruins, it was not a single cataclysmic attack, but a long series that spanned decades and gradually eroded the civilization's ability to recover. Looks like the ruins have been thoroughly picked over by scavengers, but there may be something worthwhile. Let's take a look at it. That's pretty expensive. Plus 15 research. Planet was experiencing a religious revival and tensions were increasing between various sects. Thing that looks like a media broadcasting center. Once filled with holographic crystals, sadly most all shattered. A few fragments give a snapshot of daily life on the planet. Alright, back to the ship. This one. This world is technically fairly advanced. There are clear signs of space travel and other developments, roughly on par with Starcom. But the quality of life and infrastructure is surprisingly poor. Main spaceport where the lander sits down. There's only a few small shuttles. Government representative greets the team. On behalf of our people, we grip you humbly. We offer tribute, but are forbidden by the Locan. Instead, I'm willing to offer myself to be eaten by you as a demonstration of our supplication. Oh, should we have Lance eat the local representative? I think we'll turn it down. That might be kind of funny. The representative is visibly relieved. He explains the subjects of the Locan. They have strict quotas on resource production, which leaves almost nothing for the development of offering to other visitors. These quotas must be terribly steep. They could be thriving, but are on the verge of collapse. Well, that's what happens when you put commies in power. After instant Lance presses for details, the representative explains that after the Empire fell, there was a long struggle between the factions of this world that devastated most of the inhabited worlds. The surviving refugees gathered on this world to rebuild, and the Locan arrived decades later. They're still far too weak to refuse their demands. Well, let's see if we can help them out. If they're amenable to lower quotas, that would help us immensely, but whatever you can do, please do not anger the Locan on our behalf. They can be unforgiving. Yeah, well, we'll pretend that it's not you. We'll pick a fight with them our own selves. Alright, let's see. Nice little crossroads here. Enforcer. Cargo. How much gold do we have? 6. Okay. Singing communication tower, the only artificial structure on the entire planet. Despite its age, is mostly intact. Careful search of the immediate area reveals some unnatural mineral traces. This area speculates it might be bones, but there's no way to be sure. I'm gonna stay away from the Enforcer. I don't
Bedtime for me. Have a good one, Purple.
want to make contact with them yet, just in case. Alright, Fizz, you have a good night. Thanks for coming by. It's nice chatting. Have fun with your not noticing. Oh, we got another flinger over here. Nice. Someone went through great lengths to conceal this vessel, using thrusters to melt through the soft igneous rock until only the upper deck protruded. Inside, the team finds a bipedal skeleton clutching a heavy tool beside several large containers of titanium. Ship's log recorder is smashed and something has made numerous gouges in the deck plate. The gouge marks have a deliberateness to them, perhaps writing? Let's analyze. It is indeed language different from the rest of the ship's controls. Deliver the tribute when untranslatable profanity. I'd rather die buried with it than give another ingot. Untranslatable profanity. Worms eating oak length. This is followed by a longer passage, which is not entirely untranslatable profanity. Instant 2185 explains that this is not prudishness on their part of the universal translator. It simply cannot tell from the context what their vulgarity is based on. Alright, that's pretty good, actually. Planet was devastated by war in the past few hundred years. Alright, so this is just like the last one. See how our observation does now. Plus 15. Different species living on it, a different habitat modification by dwelling. Okay. Large trove of census documents. They show the planet was predominantly inhabited by a three-eyed humanoid species, but was also home to other alien races. Alright. I wonder if the others are going to be ghosts as well. Sturdy ruins. Dust in these structures is actually de-energized husks of nanorobotic swarms. Plus 25. Oh, this is fun. Nothing goes wrong when there's nanotech on a world that you find. Sturdy ruins stand in contrast to the otherwise desolate world. Apart from shifts in tilts due to geologic activity, the buildings are perfectly intact. Their interiors are filled with dusty, desolate halls and corridors, but no evidence of habitation. In Cygnus Lee tactics, this world seemed to have avoided the conflict that impacted other planets in this region. Whatever ended this civilization wasn't a military attack. No, it was nanobots. Given the quantities of nanite dust in the fallen cities, one day the swarm self-assembled into whatever purpose the inhabitants needed. Would explain the minimalist interior aesthetics. Yeah, possibly. Alright, let's talk to this enforcer guy and see what he says. Does enforcer not want to talk to me? Oh, Locans. Alright, we've watched your ships appear in near the Ishim and wondered if you would venture here. Do you come as servant, same, or suzerain to the Locan? Well, we'll go same. Perhaps similar in strength, but not in the number we have observed. But you do not challenge us. We will not challenge you. Tread softly here. All right, cool. We'll chill for now. What happened? We've seen signs of a terrible war. Actually, we'll ask about the devout first. Prudent proselytizers. They send missionaries into our space. We've seen what happens when they gain a following. They do not last long. Alright, well, guess I better tread carefully with these guys if they're taking on the devout. Signs of a terrible war. No fault of ours, the Empire fell. Former vassals fought over what beliefs were true and who or what made the laws. When they were done, we offered order. Fall of the Empire, what's that about? Surely, as it was here as it was. Wherever you are from, the Empire built this great work, kept order and peace. From great heights it fell. Now her former vassals try to carve out little empires of their own. Alright, well, we're not going to poke the bear at this particular juncture. Lock in Enforcer. Flinger, and we'll CXTA hauler. All right. We can never get them to actually pay attention to us. We have to do other missions off the books for them. Alright, I'm gonna have to go to this blue star afterwards, I guess. Wow, this might be like the most boring system ever. Atmosphere of this planet is unusual dimethyl compounds never seen before. Definitely don't double check the seals.
Lance said, "Hiyo, everyone."
Hey, Lance,
How
how's
goes?
it going? We've been making not friends and influencing people. Fog is probably a bioweapon intended to eliminate the population but leave the infrastructure intact. Handful of broken skyscrapers raise out of a naturally thick yellow fog before decaying tree stumps in a swamp. After instant martini perches on the land or on top of more stable looking buildings, the analysis of the fog showed that it's a complex molecule that wreaks havoc on anything organic, potentially including the team's seals on the team's suits.
Doing well, thanks. Good to see the stream up and running. Good luck not upsetting anyone. Smiley face.
Yeah, well, we decided not to pick a fight with somebody who apparently doesn't care about the devout, and the devout are kind of our current bane at the moment. So, civilization was wealthy. Scans show valuable resources in the structures, but is mostly most safely accessible have already been removed. Have the team return to the ship for now because, yeah, we're at a minus 50 difficulty, so. Um. Alright, so. Found somewhere with the local and they're very busy. Chemistry of this planet is compatible with the observed local and biology. If there's anything worse on the surface, it's our own since they won't let us land. Alright, well, I guess. Drive out for the next star. Well, we really need, what was it? Uranium and ethylene. Alright, derelict cruiser. Ship is in poor condition, partially from the slow excision of entropy, but mostly because it was in pretty bad shape to begin with. Captain's log is still intact. Hired by a group of academics fleeing the devout, almost returned their money when I saw the ship they brought, an Imperial Protector, former pride of our fleet. Stripped to the bones, no weapons, no batteries, old fission reactor. Be lucky if we make it halfway to their final redoubt. Our chances would be better if they tell me exactly where it is, but I need the copper and some distance between the prefect XYL. Subsequent entries also show the Immer, a blood-rich and hemocyanin-like compound. I wonder if there's what they use copper as a currency. Huh. Subsequent entries detail the ship decay and burial of passengers in space as supplies ran low. The desiccated corpse of one lone Ymir sits in the captain's chair. The bluish dust around the captain's chair is probably its dried blood. Plus 60 copper. Yay, we got the copper back that Fizz spent blowing up the CXTA guys. And plus 5 uranium. Alright. Well, I mean, yay, uranium. At least. Alright, the planetoid has a warm core leading to occasional volcanic eruptions. This lava field may have some heavier elements as a result. Let's analyze the data flow, or lava flow. Oh. Moderate concentrations of silver. Could have done better. Another disappointingly small chunk of aluminum. Ensign Kepler wonder why no one in particular whether it might be worth raising the anomaly trigger threshold before dismissing the idea. Yeah. How many? Oh, need 2 XP for the next level. Really? Nothing? Core of this planet rotating faster than the surface due to partial tidal lock. Liquid layer acts like a lubricant. It's 15 research. Nice. Distribution of deposits doesn't follow the natural geography of the surface. Sensors detect numerous high-density deposits of platinum scattered across several plateau regions, but several drilling attempts come up dry. Someone seeded the surface of the material, which mimics platinum. I'd wager is part of a mining fraud. One thing this universe has in common with ours plus 15 research points. Based on Ensign Martini's observation, the team conducts more detailed analysis of surrounding rocks. It contains quantities of an artificial molecule, the same scan signature as platinum. Oh, sad face. One more XP. One more XP. Oh, look, it's Whisking Nug again. And a bunch more of the Loikans. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, a meteor broke up in the planet's atmosphere. A tiny fraction of the meteor contained rare diberyllium crystals. Nice. Good to see you again. Hooray. There's solemn buy price. If we can buy one, what's, oh, Yitrim. Seem to be coming up with a lot of platinum lately, so. Let's go with that. And everyone's advanced in skill. All right, we're going to do an intermission, and we'll come back and give everyone their skill points. All right. So what have we discovered? We've discovered that Fizz really needs to improve his engineering.
Xeno for me. Or a point into tactics for the accuracy bonus.
Yeah, no, the Xeno is definitely coming in clutch on a few things. I think we're gonna put, yeah, we're gonna improve everyone's specializations in this round. Biomed. Exercise, yep. Alright, we got more of these guys around, so... Uh-oh. Emir. Oh, Emir. Trade guild space without a proper clearance transponder. Identify yourself and be destroyed. Well, they kind of rough. No orders pertaining to Starcom or commander target obtaining clearance code from the guild master be vaporized. We've met you before. Have we? Have we actually met these? Oh, not so much. And I know many idiots, but this does not mean I know you. New hires. Now hires of the guild. Only the guild may approve presence in the space. Where can we find the guild? Not pay. Oh, yeah. We'll get clearance. Not attempt any landings. No attempts of proselytizing. Great. Yeah. So. Oh, good. At least there's a wormhole here. We're kind of like way out here, aren't we? Guild trader. Taking notes, several many years ago, frozen planet experienced an unusual warm period. To support short-lived civilization progressed the equivalent of the late Iron Age. More advanced in some areas, leading to the production of said titanium artifacts. Alright. Titanium good. Oh. Oh, and he's got a shield. Let's go see if we can talk to this guild trader. Maybe he can give us authorization. We were in a different system, so I don't know why you're whining about. Guild trading area. Master of the Imperial Trade Guild. Who do you represent? Editor Starcom. We are peaceful explorers seeking information and trade. Guildcraft not associated with a member state must purchase a transponder code to conduct commerce in this region. Code for a single vessel is 10 iridium. And if we don't purchase a code, attempts to conduct commerce landings in the region are forbidden. Our Emir Legion will enforce compliance. Return when we pretend we want to land. Okay. Do we not have? We don't have 10 iridium. There's the problem. Well, at least we know where to get our transponders now. I mean, the guys have shields. Maybe we should go ahead and beat them up long enough to get shields. Nope. No, I don't think we should take on two at once. these guys aren't trivial. Shield run itself down. There he goes. I was hoping to get a shield generator from them or something, but apparently not. Alright, well, we got 420 points and enough Ethereum that we can at least amp up our bridge.
I think that requires you to blow up the shield generator module specifically. You'd need to find and target it before blowing up the ship.
Yeah, the problem is it's buried deep inside, I think. So, oh. There's more of them.
Pretty much. It was luck for me. Are those the trade license folks?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I was able to make friends with them. They are frequent enough to make good backup.
Oh, I imagine they will be, but right now I don't have enough iridium for that, so I'm using them to going to use them for parts instead. So when I get 10 iridium, I'll go get my transponder, but until then, I figure I might as well go ahead and blow them up because I can. Actually, I guess I might as well go ahead. I mean, I've cleared them out of the system. I might as well go ahead and do the
That works.
Do
2.
the landings that they didn't want
If
me
it has
to
been a
do.
while, those systems that have debris fields or asteroids might have more stuff to farm. Smiley face.
Yeah, that's true. We did clear out the comment field at one of the things, so. Planetoid perforated dozens of regular deep shafts around 2 to 3 meters wide. Scan shows the depth of 50 to 800 meters deep. Mr. Martini isn't confident what the anomaly reading is actually something down here. It could be an echo distortion. Tight space and crumbling walls make it tricky descent. Yeah, let's go spelunk anyway. Uh-oh. $33 copper, but injured to 80% health. Alright, well, come back to the ship then. Nope, nope, nope. We weren't supposed to go there. And actually our support crew is also kind of hosed here, so we have to find ourselves a gateway. Yeah, it's a good thing I can outrun these guys. Nice. Drive by scanning. Don't mind us, just passing through. Ooh, 2 neutronium, nice. Shallow crater lies in neutronium-rich chuck and meteorite. Normally, an object of this density would have buried itself far deeper. Maybe a rare surviving secondary fragment from another impact, now long erased. Nice. Oh, there's no one here. Good. No one can whine about us scanning and landing then. Ooh, +8 uranium. Nice. On rare occasions, uranium ore from a meteorite deposited on the planet's surface. Here we're able to detect it because a small amount of heat generated produce an unusual melting pattern in the nitrogen. +20 research. 8 uranium. should mean I have enough for a missile launcher. Yeah, 14. I needed 24. Like a binary system over here. Natural changes of the planet's temperature from orbit shift has trapped all the water as ice beneath the poles. Plus 15 research. Rainfall on the planet near as recently as 100,000 years ago. Canyons are carved and remain relatively unchanged due to low wind erosion. Maybe some modest mineral deposits. Alright, Martini, go find. Sadness. 53 aluminum. I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. Can we go back again? No. Be so tempting to like save some of those rolls. What would have happened if the roll had been like a natural 100, for example? Wow, we've gone kind of way out there, haven't we? Alright, time to upgrade the ship. We need missile launchers and... Alright, what do we have here? Commander, you... Good commander, admit when he was wrong, and I like to think I'm a good commander. Dr. Rama's request to investigate the Cephed was right, but she was wrong to ignore my orders and try to inject her priorities above mine. Unfortunately, I'm a bit constrained in my ability to punish her. Well, this is true. Ignoring her insubordination it's an important discovery. Captain Dolson and her team believe there's a connection between the Star Lance, as she calls it, the polyhedral artifact, and the wormhole. Now, top priority is determining what the Star Lance does and how to operate it. And one more thing. Dr. Rama tries to prioritize your objectives again, you let me know. Yeah, sure. No problem. Alright, Rama. Now that I've had a tongue lashing on your behalf. I've not had an opportunity to review Violent Quarry's logs, but I gathered from you shouting at me about chain of command that you investigated the Cephed variable star. Yes. Found something interesting. I was only listening to bits about science which are sparse. Turned out to be a massive remnant artifact whose rotation blots out the light of the star. Cephid at all. Disappointing. Oh, come on. She missed a bit about remnant artifact that engulfed the star. It's been well established that objects in front of light cast shadows. It's around the star. I understand that it's a mysterious enigma from an ancient civilization and such, but isn't giving me new information. Perhaps you can coax it to release some interesting particles like that other thing. Oh, sure, no problem. I'll get right on that. Good grief. Um... Yeah, 470 plasma 2s, turret repeaters, gimbals, focusing, better batteries, anti-proton chains, assisted recovery. Alright, range and speed, probably a good thing. Fire accuracy assist, enhanced penetrators. Oh, punch through targets with higher health. That might actually be useful. 210. Let's see. Let's go with accuracy. I want to do stuff that isn't going to require additional resources in order to get into play. Performance penalty, Crew quarters. We'll get more support crew in there. And range of the tractor beams. That should be good. Shipyard. Oh my god, are we still short one Ethereum? Let me check it. Alright, let's go. Find data helps us put many of our previous discoveries into broader context. Nice. Alright. Gorier. No reference to them in their research so far. Clear many minor species without any detail. Yada yada yada. Loquan. A feeding race of particularly independent but eventually cowed into submission by the Empire's chariots. Unclear if it's the same. Well, that might explain though. 60A. Contrast the Imperial Trade Guild to buy and sell Imperial goods, a special term for technology so advanced there is a risk of it being reverse. No risk of it being reverse engineered by the purchaser. Interesting. Rogadar. Constabulary force formed during the late Empire to fight growing lawlessness in border regions. Initially funded by the consortium of local governments, after the collapse they became more self-sufficient. Alright, the Air Mare. Just reading an interesting databank on the Air Mare. They were dominant species of the Imperial military. So probably why they look like Bangalores from, you know, Fifth Element. Since the Empire had no military rivals, it was hard to evaluate their strength. It seems that there were multiple legions, most powerful being the first, second, and so forth. Non-legion Air Mare were like local constabulary. First Legion commanded Imperial chariots and are not mentioned in any post-Empire accounts. Second Legion still claimed to serve the Empire, though their dialect for the world, money, and Empire are interchangeable. Alright, anything about the devout? Religious awakening that emerged during the late Fallen Empire period. The precise beliefs are a bit confusing, but clearly worshipped remnant artifacts. Specific beliefs are hard to pin down. They are increasingly fanatic over time, but we're surprisingly unconcerned with orthodoxy. Most fanatical groups are pretty strict on adhering to some specific set of beliefs. Alright, what about Whiskimug? As a reminder, their universal translator generates identifiers for proper nouns based on context and so forth. Looking at the underlying language matrices is challenging even for a Xeno expert. There are some references to an entity that might match Whiskimug, but I had marked them as obvious folklore. The character rode across the stars on a giant pink horse, arm wrestled a Telonian, and challenged a black hole to a drinking contest, that sort of thing. Stories go back to the early Fallen Empire, so seem unlikely to be loosely inspired by it being alive today. Yeah, you'd be surprised. Alright, let's come here. Need to trade. Come with the morning. Rumors are reached that the devout are increasing their attention in your direction. They have incorporated violent quarry into the latest incarnation of their eschatology, whatever that is. How flattering. Does imply absolute value of their respect for you is high, but I knew not flattery is their intent. That's nice. It's a clever stratagem they use. They have observed your interest in the remnant artifacts. Their sermons now subtly changed to connect the Telonian and command target. Your investigations now conveniently fulfill fresh prophecies, and their converts grow. Now you know the focus of their attention. They will pursue you with fanaticism. Do not assume their irrational suppositions mean they're fools. Alright, good to know. You're welcome. You share interest in knowledge and enmity with the devout. We are hitting the reports that ranks are growing even faster, and with no converts, they gain access to superior technologies. Well, we'll just have to sort that out ourselves, I guess. Alright, silver. Well, we need one of these regardless, so that's fun. We have 98 silver. Is there anything... Alright, let's try that. Alright, how big can we go? 45. Well, let's see here. If we looked at cool. So they do not need to be up front, I guess. Alright, we had a microreactor. Actually, those are still. Probably more efficient utilities. We need the scanner. Stick the battery there. Let's see here. We do bulkheads. So iridium is 15. So okay. Hmm. All right, let's get mini batteries. We'll probably get a couple of them in, eh? So we got 2 reactors. We got a couple more batteries here. Let's see. Um, don't have any chairite for a microreactor. All right. We're going to have to run intermission while I sit here and ponder. We'll be right back. All right. Looks like we're starting to have trouble keeping these things cool, so maybe. I don't love having a bulkhead. Do that. All right. How about we do that? Mm, I am missing an engine. That in there. So connector there. Turret, bulkhead. Other weapons. Turret. For armor, we got mini deflector. Going that way. I don't know if these deflectors are going to work the way they're supposed to, because they're kind of inwards. Propulsion. Still running on Mark 1 engines. Need resources to get into the Mark 2s. Alright, so we're producing 8. We can peak at 23. X main K1, save. Alright, so DPS 11 and 13, max being 14 and 77. Alright, so DPS has definitely gone up. Max reserves, peak draw, 10, it's got about 44 seconds. Let's see, I think that the max reserves were actually doing a little bit better. Alright. Alright. let's go test this out. How much platinum do we have? Well, I get on Weskamug's thing about taking my kill, but whatever. Let's go see what this one looks like. Oh, another emissary. Yeah, there's no way I'm catching up to him.
I feel like giving him grief about anything is a poor life choice, tongue sticking out.
I kind of like the idea of just following Whiskamug around and collecting all the stuff that he blows up. since the devout seem to be coming back here frequently.
If you can keep up with him, that is definitely a choice.
Usual control system, single pallet. Power up the system. Alright, we can do this at a 0 this time, so let's try it. No! Oh, damn! Almost immediately after the power comes on, Incinerator gives a loud shout of pain and slumps out of the cockpit. Apparently, perhaps unsurprisingly, neural interface was not designed to work with just any kind of mind. On the plus side, with the system active, the team was able to locate some Chairlight ore in the hold. That's a bad consolation prize. Alright, well, let's... Now we gotta go back to the... Did I put extra crew quarters in here? I don't think I did.
Jeez. All those years role-playing, one would think you'd know how to roll better by now, tongue sticking out.
I mean, you don't actually get to roll. Thank you very much. Increases resistance deflector modules. Yes, let's do that. All right, where do we need to go here? Oh yeah, we never did the flingers over here, did we? Now, I really want to figure out how to fire my missiles. These are the Locan guys again. We're just going to happily ignore them as if we don't know each other exists. Planet was devastated by war in the past few hundred years, judging by the ages of the ruins. Not a single cataclysmic attack by a long series that spanned decades and eventually eroded the civilization. Oh, we did this before, but now it's easy to do the observations. Still sucked. Team was ambushed by a feral band of three-eyed humanoids, presumably descendants of the original inhabitants. Yes, defend yourselves. Oh dear. Maybe quite desperate. Man, the rolls here just really suck. Another damage by war. Alright, let's see if we can roll better this time. 91, that's better. Ooh, 16 titanium. Alright, I was hoping for better. Although I suppose that's what, tier 2 building materials or whatever, so... All right. Seriously, how do we do secondary weapon R? Okay. You've earned the attention of the devout monads. Your obstacle to true comprehension for the whispered whirlpool, false prophet of heretics. Take whatever preparations to receive their blessings and understanding. Okay. I think we might have to avoid that system. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we can at least stand up to the regular guys. Well, cargo. We need gold. I think he was all out of guns and pieces and things. Alright, let's see if we can do this landing here. Been having the most vivid dreams since recovering from the alien neural interface debacle. Think my brain's trying to punish me for my reckless inquisitiveness. Yeah, maybe. Alright, there's a bunch of things here. Alright, we seem to be taking on these guys more or less on equal terms, which is good. This is a survey. Lander enters the atmosphere. Neil takes comms, opens the channel after a series of devout-themed challenge questions. Lander is permitted access to a pad atop the main research facility. Explains that it's not unusual for new unmarked converts to travel with an escort. The devout do not encourage independent thinking, so unless alarm is ranged, they should not be challenged. Once outside, Neil accesses the quarry. Computer network provides direct feed of violent quarry. Network directory is large and organized in the obtuse ecclesiastic hierarchy. With only a short time before the team must return to the ship before defenses are alerted, a few areas seem particularly interesting. Alright, Remnant Beacon Search Report, Starland's Missionary Report, Rapid Perimeter Defense System Schematics. Let's do Defense System Schematics. Quite large, but Fizz Instant 21 begins transmitting it through the main antenna. Hopefully no one wonders why the research lab is transmitting sensitive weapons data of an enemy vessel before it finishes. Starland's Missionary Report. How about that one? Lacks location data, but still trove of astronomical measurements provide a great deal of information.